When you're cruising, anchoring isn't just a side note. It's the gatekeeper to happiness, the reason you sleep well or don't. La Graciosa, it was supposed to be the one in the Canary Islands, but for the second time, we're forced to leave. Join us for a bumpy escape to the east coast of Lanzarote, squeezing into a tricky little spot to ride out some heavy weather, and then sailing south to a stunning island where we're met with the next anchorage-induced mood challenge. Because out here, the anchorage doesn't just hold your boat, it kind of holds your whole mood, maybe even your sanity. Nervous?
Mm-hmm.
What are you nervous about?
We'll find out, probably. 3-meter waves is one thing. 3-meter waves. When you're sailing so close to shore, you never know how it, well, if they might break somewhere. So that can be really, really choppy, really nasty. Alone that can be tricky. You know, if something breaks or gets loose and you have to go and fix that and steer the boat and change the plans.
I've heard about it. You're not alone though. You have 2 dogs that are perfectly in the way all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the weather is getting a little stinky and we have a forecast of waves, 3.7 meter waves in this cute little bay. I can't really see that happening yet, but I also don't want to risk not believing it, staying here and then being kicked in the butt. So we decided we're gonna pick up anchor early this morning. It's still dark. We're gonna head around to the eastern side of Lanzarote again, but a little bit further in the south. And we hope to find a protected spot there. It's a 25 nautical miles journey that we have to tackle today, but we have to be there maybe an hour and a half before high tide, because there is a little challenge awaiting at the end of this passage, which is an anchorage that is a little questionable in depth. So the charts are saying it's a no-go, but there is comments on Navili that are saying that you are okay to go in there at high tide. So we might give it a try if the weather isn't too gnarly. But on the other side, it should actually be a lot smoother. But we'll see when we get there. There is a marina as well, so we could also fall back on going into Arrecife Marina, which we would like to avoid, but you know, sometimes you can't, and it's good to have a fallback plan. Looks like that one other boat that was still with us in the anchorage is also leaving. So maybe this was a good idea. The wind is picking up and it's getting choppy. It's super pretty. The sun is just breaking through the clouds and there's massive waves breaking here on the point. There's these insane ferries. They're just going right through the breaking waves. I don't know. That is just, they're just doing that on purpose. I really don't want to be a passenger on that one. We're just trying to go outside a little bit because there's a big shoal, like very shallow grounds next to shore, and the waves look crazy over there. So we're going a little bit offshore to avoid any breaking waves. And the wind is picking up a little bit, but I think the sea state is calming down already a little bit. The further we get away from land, it's getting a little smoother. And having the sail up is definitely helping. We're just right now still a little bit too much upwind to fully sail, but once we're a little bit further out, we can fall off and then hopefully get some sailing in, because there is nice wind. And I also hope that once we're outside of the island, I think what is causing this confusion in the waves is the island, like the backwash from the island. So once we're out of that, it's probably going to be a smooth ride, right?
Smooth ride, yeah, that's what I expect from today.
I think this is one of the one of the trips where later on we're going to say, oh, remember that cool trip we did from La Graciosa to Lanzarote? Yeah, that was fun. Right now, yeah, well, it's good to see the boat in these conditions and see how it behaves, and so there's always something positive about it. It's a good learning. Oh, it's much nicer on the sail. The movement when you're sailing over the waves rather than pushing with the engine into the waves is just such a different one. Because the wind or the sail just like lifting you up. Whoa! Sort of like pulling you over the hill rather than like smashing you into it. I'm not saying it's super comfortable, but it is more comfortable than what we were doing before. We're doing 5 knots. We definitely reef because the forecast is saying mid-20s, potentially, who knows, higher gusts. You happy?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have another 4 miles to go to the entrance of the anchorage, and the wind has picked up quite a bit. Now we're gusting in the upper 20s, but we're nearly on a downwind course, so nearly running with it, so it doesn't feel that strong. And we're making good speed, 7 knots, 7.3. Yay! We are a bit in a hurry because in the meantime, the wind had died down a little bit, and because of the waves, the sails were flopping quite a bit, and we weren't quite as fast as we had hoped we would be. And we need to be, well, our plan was to be at the entrance half an hour before high tide, so we go in with the rising tide. Now we're probably going to be there around high tide. So we got to see what the situation looks like once we get there. We're behind this little breakwater now, and automatically everything is a lot more comfortable. We're just gonna do a little turn around these boats here and check out the depth, and then maybe dare to go into that other area. We'll see. We circled the anchorage in Arrecife, creeping around like an octopus, feeling out every corner, hoping for a gap. The protected shallow area, totally off limits. The outer anchorage, tight, with 2 boats already clinging to the few decent spots. Eventually, we dropped the hook just far enough from the breakwater to keep the boat safe and flew in a high alert mode for the next 2 days of strong winds. The wind has finally calmed down a little bit, and we're about to pick up anchor here in Arrecife, and we're sailing to Isla de Lobos, a tiny little island in the north of Fuerteventura. Forecast had actually shown a little bit less wind, so we're lucky. We're having really good sailing wind, 15 to 17, 18 knots. Good course, waves are not too crazy. So happy sailing for now. We have been enjoying some beautiful wind so far, and now it's calmed down a little bit, so we're gonna try, and also the wind shifted a tiny bit, so we're gonna try and go for butterfly, wing on wing, and Flo is getting the pole ready to push out the Genoa on the other side. During the maneuver, I'm going a little bit more upwind than our final course will be, just so that, you know, we don't have any accidental jives or anything happen, because Flo is up on the foredeck. Once the pole is set up, we're going to fall off and then try and roll out the Genoa on the other side. 6.7, well, that helped a ton. Boat is more stable too. And whoa, we're back on our original course, making the east side of the island instead of the west side of the island. Phil's not so happy because our batteries are down to 70%, so he was actually wanting to put the engine on.
I need more solar.
And I was like, come on, let's try this first. Yeah, you need more solar. Maybe some lithium batteries. Between the two islands now, Lanzarote and Fuerteventura. And the waves are getting a little bit more choppy and the wind is a bit fickle. But we're still standing strong. Still winging it. Still pretty much on course. A bunch of other sailboats out here. A beautiful day sail alongside the rugged volcano coastline has a way of sweeping away the choppy, slightly sleepless nights at anchor. With the sun on our faces and the miles slipping by, time flies, and before we know it, we're already approaching the anchorage south of Isla de Lobos, ready to drop the hook. This Isla de Lobos Bay is
Calm and flat. And the perfect place to walk your dogs.
yeah, and the forecast is just as forecasted too. Not a tiny little bit of wind more. It's a bit rolly, as you can see. Dogs are not allowed on the island, and
Drones can't be flown.
you're not allowed to fly drones because it's a natural park. The island actually does look really beautiful from above, but can't show you. So yeah, I'd say we did a really good choice here. I haven't really been feeling...
At least it's warm and the sun is shining.
yeah, we're just short of 20 degrees. If you ever wonder about the Canary Islands, about sailing in the Canary Islands, I think island hopping in the Canaries would be good if you have the money to be in a marina all the time. Apart from that, we have only found one suitable anchorage so far.
But we have not been to the places that I originally wanted to see. I knew it was a bit rolly, but I expected the weather to be better. I expected it to be warmer. I expected less rain.
There is apparently good anchorage in Gran Canaria where we're gonna go soon. And then we're gonna hit at some point La Gomera and Hierro, which are supposed to be super beautiful, and the marinas are cheap there. So we're gonna go and stay in a marina over there. And potentially tomorrow we're gonna move to Coralejo to go into the marina for a couple of days. But now we have to get through this night in Underway Bay. Yeah.
The good thing is that I have a call at 6 in the morning. Oh my. Well,
At least you don't have to sleep that long then.
that's a way to see it.
Yeah, always see the bright side of things. It helps.
Always look on the bright side of sailing.
Alrighty.